Hello, book connectors. Today's date is Thursday, June 25th, 2026. So, book connectors, I have a question for you. But before I ask you, let me just welcome you all. Welcome back to the Book Connection. I am your host, Blue-Eyed Black Devil. So, Book Connection. The question for today is this. Does anybody out there have a phobia or some phobias? Now, before I give you my answer, let me just say, I think most of us know that there is a difference between fear and phobia. The definitions are closely related, so close, so much that I believe people tend to use the words interchangeably. Or at least that's been my experience. Anyway, y'all hear somebody cackling and screaming in the background. Lord, that's my daughter's Gavin. Other one gone to work. But Gavin in her room. But anyway, so let me just go ahead and give you the definition for each one of the words. So the word fear is defined as an extreme emotion aroused by the detection of imminent threat. Yep. So it's an extreme emotion aroused by the detection of imminent threat. That's fear. Phobia, on the other hand, is defined as an intense or irrational fear or dislike of a specified thing or group. Let me say that mouthful again if I can. A phobia is defined as an intense emotion or intense or irrational fear or dislike of a specific thing or group. Now, although I think that most people tend to use the words interchangeably, to me, the word phobia is an amplification of the word fear. Now, I have one of each. My greatest fear is not being able to talk, not being able to speak. I do not want to be with someone, no matter how much I love said person or people. I have never needed nor wanted a mouthpiece. I don't. I do not want to be where, for whatever reason, I cannot speak for myself. Now, that's my greatest fear, I guess you could say greatest fear. But my phobia, I'm going to try my best to finish this video about this. Oh, my goodness, my phobia, the only phobia that I really have is fish. I know a lot of people, when they find out that I am afraid of fish, a lot of them think it is so funny. And they were like, well, how in the world are you afraid of fish? Why are you afraid of fish? And blah, 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 blah. And there's several answers to that question. I think my first one is when I was a little girl, I was having surgery down in Gainesville, Florida at the Game Research Center. And let me see how I can shorten this. Oh, so one day after surgery, or maybe it was before, I can't remember, but I remember my mom taking me to the game room. And so we had just been in there probably, well, I was a child and I had no concept of time at that time, but it felt like we still couldn't have been in that room no more than 5 minutes. And so the doctors came and they asked her to step out in the hall. They needed to talk to her. And she got up to go, and she looked back and told me, "Don't you stick your hand in that aquarium." She didn't say aquarium, she said fish tank. I probably didn't know where the fish tank was. But anyway, she told me not to stick my hand in the aquarium. So, and normally, I wasn't a behavioral bad child. I wasn't. I pretty much did whatever I was asked or told to do. But for some unknown reason, that day, I stuck my hand in that darn tank. And one of the reasons I was there is because I couldn't feel anything. My sense of touch had not been placed or had not developed as it should have. But baby, in the word of one of my nieces, baby, I lit that building up that day. Lord, I screamed, I cried, I was just running in circles. They came in there when they got me calmed down, and I told them that the fish bit me. And so, they dealt with me or whatever. I don't think I ever went back to that game room. Bye-bye. They never leave me in there. They leave me in the game room no more. And so when I would tell people that, they would be, "Oh, your fish don't bite. He might offend you." I don't care if it was a fin. It still hurt. Well, it scared me more so than anything else. Lord, that scared me. And so let me go ahead and tell you the other two things so I can get through with me. My grandparents used to love to go fishing. And so I can remember them. My grandmama would be up at night cooking, preparing lunches for them to go spend the day fishing. They would leave before day in the morning, come back, usually about 4 or 5 in the afternoon. And so Daddy, that's what I call my grandparents Mom and Daddy. So Daddy was out there. He had them in the backyard, and he had newspapers. We were running around outside, myself and 2 sisters and some cousins. We were all just running around out there. And I stepped on a fish. I was running. I saw the newspaper. But Daddy had his back turned to me, so he didn't see me run up on that piece of paper. Honey, that darn fish got the wiggling up under my foot. Okay, yeah. So that was another thing. And then one time they went fishing. I don't know, maybe the fish they caught were small. All I remember is there was some fish in the sink, and 2 of my sisters they were peeking over in the sink before my granddaddy came down through there to get the fish to go outside. And they were like, "Oh, this one big, this one whatever." The time I took my butt over there to peek, believe it or not, one of those fish leaped. Like, it knew I was looking. I mean to tell you, that was something unreal. Now, they go over there and they peek no problem. Now, they weren't afraid of fish, but I'm telling you, it knew, I just feel like it knew I was afraid of it, and so it jumped. And so I don't do well with fish, but I love water. I started swimming at age 6 and grew up on swim teams, all that kind of stuff. But that's my fear. My fear, like I said, is not being able to speak, but my phobia is my fear. And so, for me, phobia is an amplification of the word fear. But when I hear people say, "I'm afraid," now it used to be that the number one fear was public speaking. So, but that never has bothered me if I know what I'm talking about. I can speak in front of 5 or 1,500 makes me no difference. So, yes, book connectors, I would love to hear whether or not you have phobias, and if so, name them. And once again, please only share what you care. Only share what you care to share with us. But yes, that is mine. So I guess I'll wrap this up for today. I feel like I'm running behind schedule because my plan was to do this yesterday. But one thing led to another. Anyway, I'm doing it today. So I look forward to your answers. I look forward to the engagement of it all. And book connectors, thank you for being subscribed, or thank you for being connected. I'll just say it like that. Visitors, thank you for viewing the channel if you do. And then feel free to join us by becoming a subscriber. Everyone, please make sure that you are still subscribed to the channel. If you see that you are, everyone, please do not forget to like, share, comment respectfully. Once again, make sure you are subscribed and make sure that you only share as much as you care to about the topic at hand for today. I was supposed to start reading Pride the other week. I will start by tomorrow for real, because I ended up reading a box set. It was good. I didn't expect it to be as good as it was, but I may use that as a video some other time. But in the meantime, book connectors, remember this. As long as there are books around, there is always something to read. And until we read again, book connectors, be safe out there. Enjoy the rest of your day and evening. And you will hear from me again, probably sometime tomorrow. And God bless. Thank you for watching.